Hey, what's crack? I just recorded a vlog, or should have uploaded a vlog anyway, about my traveling to Skopje through Copenhagen and going through all that stuff. So if you haven't watched that already, check it out. I'll put the link in the description. But I mentioned in that about a time where I missed a flight at a separate time. So I thought I would tell the story of that because okay, hello. It's the cat. Because I'm trying to do some work right now and I'm getting really stressed. It's really hard. Really hard. Way harder than it seems. So I need to take a break from that just for a minute before I throw the laptop somewhere. So yeah, this seemed like a good break to take, but anyway. So this is about the time that I missed a flight. It was also going to Skopje, but this time I was flying through Istanbul. I think it's called Ataturk Airport with Turkish Airlines, which, by the way, are an amazing airline. They're so good. That like you get free meals and all this stuff, and you get free drinks, like whatever you want. Like I remember the second time I flew with them, I had this pasta thing that was fucking delicious, and then I got white wine with it because I was like, yeah, white wine goes with pasta. It's all free. And then they have these TVs that you can like watch movies that are already on it, or listen to music or play games or whatever you want, which is really fucking cool. But it's not the point of the story anyway. So to get to Skopje, I had to go from Dublin to Istanbul, and then backwards to Macedonia, because, okay, say Dublin's here, then Istanbul is here, and Macedonia is here-ish. Here. My geography is not great. So I went, everything was fine. I had like an hour and a half wait in Istanbul for waiting for my flight. It took about 5 hours, I think, to get to Istanbul from Dublin. And yeah, that all went fine. Everything was great. Airline was great. It only took like maybe an hour and a half to get from Istanbul to Skopje. But what happened was, I got to Istanbul, got off the plane, went through security, because you have to go through security once you get off the plane, again, to like get into the connecting flight. You don't have to like check in again or anything because you already checked in, because they connect you, they send your luggage, all that. And then I think part of my problem was I thought I had more time than I did as well. I'm not quite sure. So I went to, there's a smoking area, so I went there to have a rollie. This was back when I used to smoke. I don't smoke anymore. She says holding a, I don't smoke anymore. It's just the very occasional cigarette. And these, just because they're blueberry flavors. Blueberry flavor. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. So yeah, this was back when I used to smoke. And I went to the smoking area to have a rollie. And which was really annoying as well, because everybody was staring at me. They thought I was smoking drugs. Smoking drugs. I sound like an old person. Thought it was weed or something, because I don't know what my hair's doing. I had my rollies and stuff, and everybody had like cigarettes, so I had to roll this up and everything, and then everyone was just looking like, and as well as that, I couldn't find my filters. I think I'd left them behind, or I just couldn't find them in my bag, so I had to make a roach, which then extra made it look like it was drugs. It was ridiculous. And everyone was staring at me, and then I was like, okay, actually I just remembered, somebody fainted when I was trying to go into the smoking area. I was this whole big rigmarole, I don't know what was happening. Somebody fainted anyway. So I had my smoke, and I went down, it's downstairs, to the gates. I think it was gate 301, or 302, or 303. One of these. And then I sat down right in front of the gate. There was a queue there, which I assumed was the queue for boarding onto my flight, because it was right in front of the gate. So I sat there, and I took I took a Xanax because I'm a nervous flyer. I mentioned it in my last video, and I needed, so I calmed down on the plane. Not because I'm a druggie and they're prescribed to me. They're not weird street ones. So I took that. And then I was sitting there. I was like, what's going on? This line is not moving. I've been here for like 20 minutes. And I looked at the time, and it was the time that the plane was supposed to take off. And I went, what the fuck's happening? So I stood up. I went around the queue and noticed that queue was not for my flight. That queue was for a flight to Bulgaria, but it had completely gone way in front of me over where I was supposed to be going. Like, it was, I think it was Bulgaria anyway, something like that. So my gate was empty. There was nobody there. There weren't even the people working there. So I went over and I went to the next gate, and I was like, can you tell me what happened? What's going on? Because I remember my sister had always told me, something goes wrong, just ask, people will help. And this guy was like, you've missed your flight. Oh, what? What do you mean? He's like, your flight's gone. Like, what do I do? He's like, your flight's gone. And he didn't give me any instructions. So I was going around, walking around the whole airport going, what the fuck do I do? Went to some information desks who were really not helpful at all. They're actually quite mean about it. And I was 17 at the time. So I was 17 in this airport alone, 17-year-old girl alone in Istanbul, who's just missed her flight, and nobody wanted to help. So eventually I found out I had to go to the other side of the airport. I had to go out of where the gates are and stuff. So to do that I had to buy a visa, which cost €25 just to get through to the other side of the airport. So I did that. I found the visa. That was quite painless. You just pay for it and they give you it. It's not a big deal. It was annoying that I had to pay for it. And I went through to the other side of the airport. And then I had to go buy another ticket for the next flight. So I went, and the ticket was, I think, as far as I remember, because this was a few years ago now, it was €220, as far as I remember. And normally I wouldn't have any money at all. I was just lucky enough that my dad had given me a good bit of money, because I was supposed to be going to Macedonia for 6 weeks, and he'd given me maybe €300 or €400 to last me for the whole trip, and hopefully that I would have extra and not spend it. So thank God I actually had that. Stop pressing the mouse. Yeah, thank God I actually had that, because I would have been so screwed otherwise. And I was so annoyed that I had spent maybe nearly €250 just because I missed this stupid flight. And like, I was freaking out and crying and everything. And then I went, oh shit, I have to, because I somehow managed to call my sister on my phone. I think I had a little bit of credit, but my credit had run out. Obviously my sister had called my aunt, who was going to be expecting me in the airport in Skopje. So I went, oh shit, I need to call people, because I had no credit left on my phone. And then I was going around, I found a phone box, and I was trying to put money into the phone box. And then I went, okay, no, I have euros, I need to get, I think it's called lira. So I went outside to have another smoke, and get away from my glass. I went outside to have another smoke, and then there was a taxi driver talking to me, this man, and he was saying stuff. He didn't really speak English, and I was like, no, I need to get lira, I need lira, I have euros. And he said, okay, I'll swap you. I think he ripped me off, and in my head I was going, this probably isn't the best option to take, but I was freaked out. I was really freaked out, and I just wanted to get the money and make a phone call and just be done with it. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. So I think I swapped him a £5 or something, and he gave me lira. And then I went inside. Also, this guy was trying to convince me, oh, you should go to a hotel, and I was like, no, I'm not getting in your taxi for you to bring me to a hotel. This is really weird. You know, nobody's expecting me here, just like, fuck off. Because he was really adamant about it, and I went, no, and just went inside. And then I was trying to put the lira in the phone box, and then I finally realised that I'm really stupid, and you have to go buy a phone card to use on the phone. Like, most people would be like, yeah, Eva, that's what you do, but I was just being dumb, okay? And I was all stressed, so be nice to me. So I went and I bought the phone card, I made calls, everybody knew what was going on, everybody was super worried, and I was like, no, it's okay, I'm in the airport, I'm gonna be fine, blah, blah, blah. My flight was in, as far as I remember, 14 hours, and this was at night time. I think it was 9 or 10 o'clock at night, so I had to wait 14 hours through the middle of the night. It was either 14 or 11. Big difference, but I'm not sure. So I was sitting on my own, like, what the fuck do I do? And I didn't really I don't think I had any more money that I really could spend. I had some money left over because I bought the phone card, so I bought a bottle of water, and that was it. And then I saw these two girls. They were coming in, they were crying, they were trying to make a phone call, they were slamming it against the thing because they couldn't get it to work, and I went, oh, they probably did the same thing as me. So I went up and I explained, no, you have to buy a phone card, you can get it from that shop over there. And they were like, oh, thank you. So they had gone, they'd come back, they made their phone calls, they came back to me, and they asked me, because I had already sorted out everything to do with my suitcase and all that stuff at this point. They had told me that the suitcase is going to be in a certain room, but if you want to take it, you can take it, but otherwise it's going to be brought on the next flight you get on automatically. So when I can leave the bag there. But they were asking me what happens to the suitcase, what happens. I was like, it's in this room, but there's a number for it over there. And they asked would I come with them to help them with all the stuff. So I said, yeah, I'll come with you. These girls are way older than me as well. And they were from Lebanon, which I found out later. So they went, they got their suitcases, and then the girl, she said to me, okay, let's the three of us go for coffee, I'll buy you a coffee. Because there was a Starbucks there, and I was like, yeah, thank you very much. We sat for hours. My flight was before theirs. They had decided to go with another airline because they were really angry that the airline never did a final call or called anybody, which most airports would do. I was annoyed about that as well, but I just went with the same airline. They went with a different one. So she told me all about what she does, the girl who bought me the coffee, and they're all talking. It's very interesting, actually. They were really nice girls. I don't even remember what their names were, to be honest. I haven't spoken to them. We didn't exchange contact details or anything. It was just kind of the experience of the night. So it came time for me to go and get my flight. I was exhausted, but I also had, I think there was some adrenaline running or something because I was so stressed about it. So I got on the flight, I got to Skopje the next morning, and it was all fine, I guess. And I didn't go to sleep until the next night at maybe 12 or something. But yeah, it was kind of awful, and a lot of other stuff happened in between all of this that was just really shitty, annoying stuff, but I won't get into it now, because the video's already going on long enough and it's quite so I'll leave it there, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you've ever missed a flight, and if you haven't missed a flight, maybe you've never even flown on a plane. Have you flown on a plane? Just let me know in the comments and stuff. I'll link that video, the last video I did about my vlog, in the description. Also, I'd like to ask, if you have already subscribed to me or you're thinking about subscribing, then I would really appreciate it if you press that little bell button right beside the subscribe button. That will let you know when I have uploaded a video, because it will not come up in your recommended feed. I'm too small of a YouTuber. So that's that. Also, I'd like to say, I think by the time I upload this, I will have already started uploading gaming videos again. But if I haven't, if I upload this first, then I just want to say that I'm going to be uploading every weekday at 7 o'clock. That is my plan. Gaming videos. Possibly some kind of vlog every now and again, but gaming videos. So thank you very much for watching. Here's my disaster story. Yay. And yeah, that is all. Press the bell button and check out that other video. Bye.